Hi, this is my second part of the video. Um, so, um, so everybody maybe understand unto this process. So basically, you download an image, um, then you remove the background in Photoshop. So you download the image into Photoshop, you remove the background in Photoshop, and then you export as a PNG into Illustrator, and then you do image trace. So image trace has got 3 steps to do it. So you need to do image trace and then expand and ungroup, and then you have this image, right? So now the second part is it won't take long, and it's not going to be like the previous one. It's only going to be like few steps involved, like arranging them, the letters the way you want, and trying to build a composition. Okay. So what I'm going to do is make sure you lock these layers, otherwise you don't want to move them accidentally, right? And then so I would say I'm gonna get some nice text. I'm gonna new layer. Really good. Let me just see. Um, okay, so then also I'm doing the uppercase and lowercase one, which I to see which one is going to be working. So, and then I select here and then put my cursor here, just looking for a nice font. Maybe I can do this to look for a fonts. Just give me a second, I'm gonna look for some fonts. So the default font set is Illustrator is not good, because it's only a very limited amount of fonts installed in the computer. So if you want, you can download it from the internet, something like that. Right. So my next step is to arrange the letters like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to actually let me put different color, actually, then I can mess around with it, right? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this to create outline. Select the text, you need to change to create outlines, and then when you create outlines, and then right click on group, and then you have individual text selected, right? I'm gonna do the same thing for you to understand. So select the text first and go to type, create outlines, and then right click ungroup to select them separately. Okay. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring, so this has to be bringing them, it's going to be okay, yeah, arrange them here. Let me just take this smart grids out. So word as an object, trying to position them nicely inside. don't have, you can actually play around with the composition actually, you know, to make it much more appealing, and then it's just a creative eye and trying to fit into that thing nicely. The reason why I put Sri Lanka is where I come from, and you can actually see blue whales in Sri Lanka if you go to Sri Lanka. That's the reason why I picked this image. If you want, you can change them like this. Yeah, so if you want, you can actually check them with the points, so you can manipulate them nicely. You can change the shape of the letters. It's quite a nice way to play around. It's kind of like a very organic feeling to it, not just so much rigid type. So you're just manipulating the shape, the way to feel that shape, and just play around with it basically. I've seen this trend of kind of like hand-drawn style everywhere now in packaging, advertising. It's sort of, you know, it's quite trendy now. This sort of not traditional way, just manipulating stuff to fit into that composition, and as long as it's legible, as long as you can read the content is the most important thing. If you can't, if you can manipulate the text, but if you cannot, if the user or the person who's looking at your work, if they cannot read it properly, then there's a problem. So make sure you have what you can have, some crazy stuff going on, but make sure it's all legible. Legibility is very important. Okay, so very important. I'm quite happy with that, no problem. Maybe save. Maybe I can, let me try to see if I can change the colors. So if you want to change the colors, maybe if you prefer white out of, I quite like this purple to be honest, and then you can actually do white. Orange, sorry, not purple, orange. A is missing here. So I'm gonna eyedropper it to fill the color, eyedropper it to fill the color. So if you look at this example, it's the same thing. So it's just it's quite nice. So if I want to add some sort of a paragraph text like this, let's do that. Let's do a mask. Let's say hi there all are they all good morning to you. Okay, something like that. And then first thing I'm gonna do is there are too many space. It's called kerning, so we're gonna go to paragraph, sorry, not the paragraph, character, and then reduce the size, the spacing like this. Yeah, and then let's change the type. It's kind of like a curly text. So if I put my, so let me see if I can, I'm just going through with some text. There's not much in here because it's default, it's absolute rubbish. Default typefaces are absolute rubbish because it's only few left. You can actually, if you want something fancy, you need to go online and download it. Okay, I think I've shown you how to download fonts from the internet. If not, let me know next week, then I'll be able to help you. Okay, so I'm kind of like very similar kind of text, but it's not exactly the same. But let's see how we can achieve this kind of effect here. Okay, so let me think. Now if I unlock this, okay, this is not traced, so I'm gonna do a trace. Okay, and then expand and ungroup. Okay, so if I quickly put a color underneath, let's say orange again, then that image is nicely then there. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is to achieve this, there are a few things you need to do. So first of all, you need to put the text, so make sure text is white. Text is white. you can't stretch it. If you stretch it, this looks awful. Trying to fix that composition, you know. As long as you can read it, that was the most important thing. Okay, so here's the trick. So I got the background color, and I got the image text, and I got the image. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate this image 2 times. Duplicate, okay, or you can select, edit, copy, and repeat, paste if you want. Okay, right, so what I need to do is I need this image on top of here. So this need to go on top like that. So if let me just hide all this and show you easily what I'm trying to do here. So I have this, I have 2 images. So one is on top, the other one is on the bottom, right? And then okay, my text need to go into separate layer. So edit, cut, and I'm gonna put that in a separate layer, paste in place. So let me just go back to my preview. Yes, thank you. Right, so text, so this is on top. Okay, this is on top, this is on the bottom, and then the text. Preview. Okay, there you go. So bottom layer is like a sandwich. You have ham in the middle, two bread on the top and bottom. So it's a similar sort of thing. So you have image on the bottom layer, and then you have text in the second layer, and then you put the top image to hide it. Okay, and then what you need to do is you need to select all of them, right click, make a clipping mask, boom. Let me do that again. So bottom layer is the image of the chicken, and then the text, and then another image on top. So make sure this align on top each other. Select all of them, right click, make clipping mask, press yes, and then you have that. Similar to this. Hi there, good morning to you all. Okay, so if you do that, that's fine. Let's say if you want to export this as an PDFs, so don't worry, I will show you later on next week class how to export it. But don't worry if you are, I mean, we have another 2 weeks left. Maybe we can have another 1 week or 2 week extension. Is not a problem if you are struggling um, to finish your works, not to stress yourself out. I'll give you plenty of time to finish it, but the 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 physical sketchbook not required for the time being, because I don't know when the college gonna start. We'll stick it to creating the PDFs and submit them online as a PDF, and don't forget to annotate. Annotation is important. Start writing stuff down, okay? When you're designing, when you're thinking the way you think. For example, for me, I mean, I have a concept, so I thought about what I'm gonna make it. So I thought I did and friend in on my previous video. You probably see I was searching stuff, and then I thought, okay, I'm gonna make a like a iconic blue whale to Sri Lanka, that kind of stuff. You know, the thinking process, thought process has to be there, right? All right, I'll catch you later, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.